Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I truly appreciate the love and support you have shown on my previous videos. Today I bring to you part 1 of an exciting project on exploratory data analysis using Python Advanced, aligned with Module 2, which is numerical programming with Python. I have discussed it in detail, so whether you are a beginner or a seasoned learner, I'm sure you'll find this project insightful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Your feedback really helps me create better tech content for you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. 2 more parts are coming soon, so stay tuned. Let's dive in. And I'm here to present to you the project which is for the dataset Amazon Prime Video. And today we are going to do the EDA analysis for the same. And talking about the first pointer, that is project summary. So as you all know, Amazon Prime is a subscription based service offered by Amazon, and it has a variety of tools that are available like Amazon Fresh, Amazon Prime Music, and many other tools, as well as one of the greatest tool that you have here is Amazon Prime Video, which is a streaming giant for your living room. It is a platform that offers you a wide variety of streaming in terms of educational, documentaries, and entertainment sources in terms of content. So they have a very vast and diverse library of movies, TV shows, and documentaries. Also their original content as well. And we generally have an Amazon Prime membership for shopping and for having free shipping or music streaming or ebook lending. But here that we are going to talk about is Amazon Prime Video at its content based service, where we can see the data has all the content about how we have their streaming platform working in terms of showing us the shows and the movies. So there's a whole lot of data that you can read and learn about what Amazon Prime Video actually offers. Moreover, walking to the GitHub link, so you can find my GitHub link here. Talking about the problem statement, so the data set, this is created in order to analyze all the available shows on the Prime Video, and we have to extract the valuable insights such as content diversity and how the trends vary over time, how the regional availability is there, and how the IMDb or the TMDB ratings and popularity alter the particular data set or the particular data for Amazon Prime Video. And talking about the project architecture, so what we have here is project statement understanding, then we have done the visualization, and also we have drawn the research. From the research we have drawn the insights which can be actionable and interactive. Talking about the definition of our business objective, so in terms of business context, we can see that competitive streaming industries like Amazon, Netflix, and a lot more are constantly expanding their content libraries to reach to a wider audience. So how this particular dataset that we have for the Amazon Prime Video can be used to create an impact over the services that are provided by one of those platforms, which is Amazon Prime Video, and how those insights can be used to expand the business of Amazon on the note. So talking about the general guidelines for the project, you can have them here. Nextly, talking about the know your data section. So when we begin here, we can see that we have imported the libraries. You can see how we imported the libraries. We have imported all the libraries like Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, Seaborn, Plotly, and other graph objects. So loading the data. So according to the requirement, we had two contents or the two CSV files which were provided to us for analyzing the data set, and which are credits and titles. So taking the first view of that data, talking about the first CSV file, which is credits. So taking the head of that particular table, we can see that it has a person ID, it has a general ID, which is the primary key, and the primary key can be person ID, and ID can be taken as the foreign ID also. We have the names, and we have the characters that those particular names or actors have played, and what is the role of those particular people, that is actor or director. You cannot see this here, but if I run the head part, you can see that we have directors also here. And since these people haven't played any character, so the value is not present here in this particular column of character. So taking to the title section, we can see that we have ID, which is again the foreign key and the primary key of this particular table as well. We have the title, what title that particular movie was having. Is it a show or a movie type? What is the description of that particular content? Which year was it released in? And what is the age certification that is given to that particular movie or show? And what is the runtime of that particular show or movie? What are the genres that you can see are in the form of a list? So we are going to work upon that. Another thing that we have production countries column, and it is also in the form of a list. As you can see, we'll be working upon that too. Then we have the seasons. How many seasons are they providing for that particular content? Then we have the IMDb ID, which would let us understand the rating part, and the IMDb score and IMDb votes. So you can see the IMDb scores are out of 10, and IMDb votes can be up to infinity, as much as you want. The votes based on the performance or the popularity of that content. Then we have the TMDB popularity and TMDB score, which work the same way. Talking about the dataset rows and columns count. So yeah, you can take out the using the shape clause, you can take out the rows and columns of that particular, the number of rows and columns that is available in that particular table. So using that, we have taken out for the credits, it is 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 5 with 5 columns, and for the titles it is 15 columns with 9, 8, 7, 1 rows. Okay, so moving ahead with the dataset information. So we can take out the information which will give us the column, non-null count of that particular row, that particular column, and the data type of that column. So as you can see, for the credits, there are 5 columns having non-null values. Some of them have null values also, and also the data type will be somewhat correct here. Next, we can talk about the titles table having the 15 columns, their null and non-null values, the count of those values, and the data type of that particular column. So as you can see, release year is having int 64 value, as it is containing only the year in its values. So we are going to do a sum operation upon that, so that we can get the release year to be of the right date type, data type. Talking about the duplicate values, as you can see, we have 56 duplicate values in the credits table, and in the other table we have 3 duplicate values. So firstly, we are going to merge the two data sets, because as we know that we have the combined requirements that are present in both the tables, and we have one particular foreign key column that can help us combine those particular tables. So what we are going to do is, we are going to merge that using, and the dataset that we are going to create will be of the name Amazon Prime. So we are merging credits table to the titles table on the ID column. So taking that up, we can see that we now can calculate the number of null columns from this particular formula, which is null and dot sum function. So here we have all the null values, and then we can again calculate the shape of that particular data set now, the combined data set, which is 1, 2, 4, 3, 4, 7, and we have 19 columns in total. Having to find the info of that particular data set now, we can see there is a good amount of non-null values. We don't have any of the columns which are having too low of values, which would lead to dropping of that column. So we are not going to drop any of the columns. We are going to keep each of them, and we are going to transform or perform operations upon them so as to clean the data. Starting with the transformation, firstly what we are going to do is we are transforming the null columns by filling values into them as per the requirement. Firstly, we will be checking for the duplicated and null values. We have done this duplicated and null value. So we have calculated null twice here. So we are going to delete one of the times that we have calculated the sum. Let's delete this. Calculating the duplicated values, duplicated entries, and the sum of those entries is 168 now. So we have to drop the duplicates all in one place. Having the in place values equal to true, that is, it will give us the that much amount of non-duplicate values. Starting to count if there is any duplicated values that are persisting yet. We cannot find any of those as the value is 0. Now starting with the transformation or cleaning or the data pre-processing, which is age, for the age certification column. Starting with this particular column, it has to be filled with non-mentioned, as we have age certification for a certain amount of values, but we do not have the same for the others. So we cannot mess up with the data because it has a reasonable amount of non-null values as well. So for that, it has around 50% of data which is non-null, and we cannot drop the column for that, since this particular column also gives us some of the valuable insights. We are going to keep this particular column, changing the NA values to not mentioned, and this is going to fill all the NA columns, NA rows of that particular column. Doing the same with the description column, entering non-mentioned in the particular entries which are having null values. Now checking for the null values in the remaining of the data. So as you can see, we have some of the null values here in the character column, then in the seasons, IMDb ID, score, votes, popularity, and IMDb score. So since these are the particular columns which are having the int type values, and these can be filled up with the mean, median, or mode, or any of those particular start formulas. So we are going to do the same, but first of all working on the character column and season column as well. So for the season column, what we have done here is we have filled the seasons column with 0, as we know that seasons is a particular column which is only there for the content type which is shows. So only those particular content type will be having the seasons column available, values available for them. For the movie section, it is not available, as seasons are not created for the movies, they have sequels. So for those particular columns which are having the movies, we can verify that we have seasons value only available for the shows. So we are entering 0 in the place of all the int values that are null and are in corresponding to the movies type.
So ensuring that the particular column is having int data type only, so we are going to use the as type function and use int data type for the entry, and checking that this particular column has int data type, that is ensured.